Why the Ducati Nightshift is not a Scrambler.
So, here's my Farmer Giles jeans and white vest and the hanging tender. So this is the Ducati tender, by the way, which is an extra you can fit to your Ducati. I'll make another video about that. But I just wanted to show why the Nightshift is not a Scrambler. We don't even have to do any scrambling on this. Just a quick video, a short. You see I've got some Ghana scrambling boots on. I can't even get my foot in because this is hitting against the boot. So my leg is bending out like this. I can't even get my foot in tight. As to changing gear, I can't even get my toe of the scrambling boot, motocross boot, underneath the gear stick. And if I do, it gets stuck and I can't get my foot out. So all you can do is change. You can't even change down into first gear, you have to use your heel. So these boots are unwearable on the Ducati Nightshift. You can't wear motocross boots at all. The heel hits this piece, the inside of the leg, this piece hits here, it bends out. There's absolutely no place. And if you try and stand up, oh my God, you're standing on the bike with your toes like this. You've got both toes like this on the bike. Most fun bike I've ever had to ride. Best engine really in any bike I've ever had till now. It's my first Ducati. So you can see there's a Harley behind it. The coolest bike in the world and the most problematic piece of shit that doesn't control itself on the road in the world as well. I don't dare to ride it because of rainstorm. I do dare to ride it, but I don't ride it unless I know it's going to be sunny all day. If you get a rainstorm on the road in Thailand, a Sportster, you got to ride at 20-40 clicks an hour. I take it really careful around each corner. This bike takes corners as if it was glued to the road. I can scrape the pegs going around the corner, and you don't have to slow down into a bend and accelerate out of it. In the moment I can't go over 5,000 revs because I haven't done the full 1,000 kilometer running yet. I've done about 850. So what I'm doing is I'm staying, if I go into a really tight curve, 4,500 revs, I just change down from fourth into third, for example, and bring it back up to 4,000 revs. So I've got a lower gear, the same high revs, and I can power into a curve and out of it. And that's one of the beautiful things about this bike. But as far as being a scrambler, no way. Impossible to change gear or even sit properly with this thing on this bike. Oh God, my God. And the other side, the exhaust pipes on the other side, forget it. Your heels absolutely get stuck between the back pedal and the exhaust pipes. So don't think you can wear any scrambling gear on this thing. I have been off-road with it on the island of Koh Lanta and handled everything. But then again, so does a 125cc Honda Wave shopping bike on Koh Lanta. In Thailand, they use those to scramble with as well. But anyway, fantastic bike. Great for Thailand because the roads are a bit off-road anyway, and holds the road like hell. But I bought these boots for about 500 bucks and I can't use them. And I bought them for the Scrambler because they called it a Scrambler for if I wanted to go off-road. Well, you can't. You can go off-road on it, but you can't wear scrambling boots. So it's not a Scrambler. It's a street scrambler, which means it's a street bike that can handle rough roads. You can power through potholes. And I mean, I powered through about 30 potholes in a road that was being fixed on the island of Koh Lanta at 80 clicks an hour, 80 kilometers per hour. And the suspension was so soft, I didn't feel a thing. So that's another good thing about the Ducati Nightshift. But is it a scrambler? No ducking way. is it heck a Scrambler. It's a street bike that is perfect for roads like in Thailand or India or any place where you have rough roads. But when I went off-road, I had to go straight and get it cleaned afterwards because the mud, just with this back, the mud just flew up. That was covered, nobody could see my backlight. So it's not really designed for off-road. You can do it and it'll take it, but it's basically a cool street bike for use on places like Koh Lanta Island and undeveloped roads. You can go anywhere in any weather. It's an all-weather motorcycle. I love it. I haven't had so much pleasure riding for years. But is it a motocross? Is it a Scrambler? No, because if it was, you would be able to wear these boots, wouldn't you? And you can't, because this gets in the way. And this is so short, as you can see, between the foot pedal and the gear stick. It's so short. You even have problem. I'm a size 9 foot, or a 43 if you like to call it. And my foot's about here, so I have to really put my feet like this to get my foot under the gear stick. It's supposed to have different positions, but as you can see, all you can do is make it shorter, not longer. And it actually needs to be about this much longer. It needs to be about an inch longer, at least half an inch longer, One complaint is this. What the duck is this? Look at that. That's on all models. They don't affix it. What's that? Bing, bing, plastic on a $15,000 bike. Nice one, Ducati. Beautiful engine, but stingy as duck with this crappy plastic that you don't even seal all the way. You only seal it down here up to here, and then afterwards it's all blub, 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 blub. That's really crap, Ducati. The other thing is, when I'm driving along, if it's a bumpy road, this goes like this all the time. You cannot affix it. These are the tightest they've ever been. This is at the tightest it can go, and it's still going like that. So I can't see the cars behind me when I'm driving. As soon as you go over 140 clicks, this just will not stay. I have a 3-year warranty on it. I called Ducati Thailand. They refuse to fix it or give me a new one. This one also moves, but at least it stays stiff, but it also moves. So I'm going to have to get a piece of metal ring to put inside there so I can get it tighter so it doesn't do that, because it really, terrible. I've got no mirrors. Thanks Ducati for the crappy mirrors, and thanks Ducati Thailand for ignoring the 3-year warranty. Ducati has a 3-year warranty, but they do not honour it in Thailand, even on a cheap mirror. So it looks like I'm going to Lazada for a Chinese mirror, because fucking Ducati don't respect the 3-year warranty. So if you see 3-year warranty on your Ducati bike, don't think they're going to respect changing any broken or unsatisfactory parts, because they just ignore you. That's what they did with me, at least in Ducati Thailand. I don't know Ducati Italy, but Ducati Thailand, they don't give a toss. As soon as you've bought the bike, no support whatsoever. And in fact, the Ducati centre that sold me this bike, I asked them for a first-class insurance. The next thing I found out, I'd had a normal bike insurance sent with the bike, and the guy had sold me his girlfriend's life insurance policy business, giving me a first-class life insurance from a bike shop. So it's actually tricking a customer into buying a life insurance to make some commissions with his girlfriend, instead of selling me a bike and a first-class bike insurance. I mean, if I asked for first-class insurance buying a bike, I'm not asking for life insurance, because he's not a life assurance salesman. He's a bike salesman of Ducati. So what's he doing selling me life insurance? Got my money back. I threatened to take him to court. His name is Game in the Ducati in Pattaya. Or Bangkok or Pattaya, in Pattaya I think. And don't buy from them, Ducati Pattaya, because they're a bunch of, well, as you can see, they refuse to honour their warranty. Anyway, the next time I will be showing you the Ducati Tender, which I can tell you now is absolutely crap for the price. It's made in China, made out of really cheap plastic, compared to the Harley one, but I'll show you how to fit it, because there is how to fit the tender to your battery. It's very easy, because then when it's flashing all the time, and so over a month the battery will go empty. So you do need to tender it, but this tender here is nowhere near as good as the tender of my Harley Davidson. This is really good quality tender. You can feel it in the weight and the quality, and the plastic even is good quality. This just feels light as a feather, and you can see it's just cheap, crappy plastic, Chinese crap. So Ducati are just making most of their stuff now in China. Same as these plastic things here. And I would say the Ducati is worth the money, and it's the greatest bike I've had in years for riding because of the engine and the design. But otherwise, and also the checks, you know, this is checked green paint, you can't get it off. This is checked blue and white paint, you can't get it off. Blue paint, green paint, can't get it off. You pay $15,000 for a bike, and it comes to you with all of this on it, with all of these paints. And the guy who delivers it says, oh, it doesn't matter, does it, about this? It's just got a bit of paint on it. And you think, actually, it ducking well does. I paid $15,000 nearly for this. And you've blobbed ugly paint blobs all over it, like on my exhaust pipes here, 2 yellow blobs. Green blobs here, blobs on the beautiful black grey tank, yeah? So Ducati, polish your act up, man, in Thailand, because you're getting a bad name through the dealerships. They're using their position as a Ducati salesman to sell customers life insurance policies and things that are nothing to do with Ducati, make extra money, and they refuse to respect the warranties, and they deliver the bikes not in clean state. But the Ducati Nightshift in the moment is my favourite bike, above my Harley, above the Royal Enfield, and I won't be able to say yet until my next kind of bike comes, which is probably going to be a Triumph. And I'm looking to get the new classics Honda CB350 and 5 to 6 new Royal Enfields. And I've got my eyes on the Ducati V4 Panigale. So anyway, till then I've been doing some more reviews about the Nightshift. I've been making some footage driving the Nightshift to Koh Lanta Island, on Koh Lanta Island and back again. And I'll be publishing that when I've collected enough footage to make a nice video. Anyway, Ducati reviews, otherwise known as me, John Spencer, signing off.